everybody, welcome to Learning Plan 3. You guys are doing a fantastic job progressing throughout the last two learning plans. You guys are doing a great job on the discussion boards and being very thorough. So I just want to do some introduction here to the third learning plan. There are a lot of reasons why people choose to use, and we're going to take some time in this chapter to examine those reasons and to really look at the epidemic that drug use has become in our society. We're going to start looking at some of the, again, some more drug trends, some specific drugs like hallucinogenic drugs that started becoming more popular in the 1960s, and start examining other changes in attitudes that have occurred throughout the generations. We're going to look at the costs of substance abuse and start looking into the causes of it. There's a nature versus nurture component to drug addiction. You start looking at the disease concept of addiction and understanding that it certainly there is a nature component as well as biological factors and cultural factors that play a role in whether or not somebody's going to become addicted to a drug. So we're going to start examining some of those factors and looking at, like I said earlier, some cultural influences and why people use. So in this learning plan, you're going to read Chapter 3. I have the PowerPoint presentation up there for you for Chapter 3, so you can utilize that along with your reading assignments. That can help facilitate some of the discussions. We're going to do the discussion board for Learning Plan 3, just like you have been doing for the last two learning plans. Remember that there are 4 components to these discussion boards, so making sure that you're staying on top of that. That you're going to do your initial post, you're going to be responding to your peers and replying back to peers that respond to your initial post, and then continuing to post throughout the learning plan. So making sure that you're doing that. And then there's going to be a paper that you're going to do, and you're going to be reflecting on what you think licit and illicit drug use will look like in 20 years. We all have our own opinions on what that might look like, but what I want you to do is to utilize the readings and kind of looking at the trends and the changes throughout the generations, and kind of use that to use your own judgment on what you feel will change over the next 20 years. If you look at the last 20 years, there's been a substantial change in the trends of substance abuse. And even in the last 2 years, I've seen a huge change. I started seeing an increase in IV methamphetamine use. I started seeing changes in other drugs such as bath salts and even ketamine use. So I'm starting to see changes myself being in the field, so we can start looking and predicting possible changes that will occur in 20 years. So you're going to use 4 points in this paper. You're going to pick 4 main points, 4 things that you think are going to be changed or that are going to be affected in the next 20 years, and then in those 4 points you're going to use information in the book and other supporting documentation to support your opinion. So it's not just your opinion. I want you to use credible resources via your book or other resources you find online to support your opinions and support your thoughts. So this is going to be 2 pages, 1 to 2 pages in length. APA format, obviously, as I have been talking about to some of you guys who I've been Skyping. So doing that. So that is going to be the paper that's due, and then also you're going to be expected to continue to do the study guide questions and posting those throughout your reading. And you guys have been doing a great job on that. So continue that, and I think Learning Plan 3 will continue to facilitate your growth and understanding more about addiction. So enjoy Learning Plan 3.